it's time for yet another big game. One big game that everyone always looks forward to in the Premier League calendar. Arsenal taking on Manchester City. It's actually pretty exciting to see which of these big heavyweights, will take all 3 points. But Victor, without wasting much time, given how both sides have played lately, who do you think are the favorites going into this game?
This is the battle for second, right, behind Liverpool. I don't know, man. Favorites. I would like to say Arsenal because if you look on paper, their form has been slightly better, but I'm just doubting their ability to beat City this time around. I'm going with City. To me, it's City. Even though it's away, even though they have two losses, Arsenal only have one. But to me, City just look the more likely of the two to win this.
Very much interesting, even though Arsenal have not been losing to City lately. But yeah, Victor, it's Victor's opinion. Moving on to you, Max. Will this fixture have an impact on the title race? I mean, Victor called it a battle for second. Do you think otherwise?
Pretty much depends on who is losing. Actually, I feel like City already lost 2 games, and if they manage to lose the third one, it just feels like Liverpool are not going to lose more than 2 or 3 this season. At least at the moment I see them playing. And if City loses, I feel like their chances for title are pretty on the low. While if Arsenal losing, they still have a chance because they're yet to play against Liverpool the second game, and probably Liverpool can lose to somebody. But for the City, I feel like it's a crucial game.
Yeah, fair point.
I would love to share your optimism about Liverpool losing that little because if they keep playing this poorly, they're going to be losing a lot more.
Well, yeah, fair enough. We'll see how all of that unfolds. But yeah, moving on, and just before I ask this question, it will be in context to explain that we are recording this video before Manchester City play their Champions League game against Napoli because that would make sense leading to the next question. So, Victor, Manchester City fans are complaining that, Arsenal would have had more rest leading into this game on Sunday because Arsenal already played Bilbao on Tuesday and would have at least 2 more days of rest compared to City. Should that be any factor at all? I don't think it should be, in my opinion. But yeah, what do you think?
It sounds like making excuses and preparing the ground for a loss. Honestly, I know this is going to sound like quite poor, but when you're getting paid so many millions, if I were a professional footballer, I can guarantee you grass wouldn't grow on my side of the field, okay? It's just a fact. I don't think that the complaint is that valid. Of course, it does make a slight difference, I suppose. But if a game against one of the other heavyweights of the league doesn't motivate you to give 110%, maybe you're in the wrong goddamn job.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because teams that play the Europa League, they do this every time. They play on Thursday and they play on Sunday. So it's usually not a big deal. So why should it be a big deal now? I feel like they're only complaining because it's Arsenal. If they were to be playing, maybe with all due respect, a West Ham, I don't think they would throw tantrums like this. But yeah, anyways, moving on to you, Max. Victor Gyökeres and Erling Haaland, who is more likely to get a goal at the Emirates?
Mm, it's quite hard actually to predict, especially because Man City's defense is not the best at the moment. But I still feel like Haaland is in such a great form currently, and I actually expect both of them to score. But if you ask me who has the bigger chance, I'd probably go with Haaland.
Yeah, Victor, you share the same thought?
Yeah, exactly. I backed Haaland in our prediction show, and I'm standing by that. It's a very good call from Max that it's likely both are finding the net, both are very much the focal points of their attacks. But just like Max, if I have to pick one, I would say Haaland has that little bit of an edge.
Yeah, fair enough. And Victor, still with you. Aside the forward, what other key battles or tactical decisions should we look out for?
Yeah, because it's Arsenal, we need to look at corners. It's going to be very interesting to see just how many corners City concede. I'm going to stay away from that line in our predictions. That's for sure. Another thing is whether Saliba plays or not, and if he does, what sort of fitness level he's going to be in. And also Zubimendi. He's, like it or not, Arsenal fans, he's becoming a bigger and bigger factor in your team's play. And if he's going to have a day off, I think you're in for a long game.
Yeah, fair enough. Max, your answer to the same question.
I'll be actually looking pretty much at Donnarumma against Raya, because last game Donnarumma showed decent game style, and I expect that to be like probably 2 out of 3 the best goalkeepers in the league fighting for their club to earn all 3 points, and it has to be pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to say something quite unexpected in the sense that I think substitutes might decide the game. Yeah, I think substitutes might decide the game, because when you look at Arsenal right now, the only thing that has really changed from Arsenal between last season and now is the quality of, Arsenal's bench. Arsenal can afford to bring guys like Martinelli, Norgard, and co on the bench. And I think this is going to be pretty interesting, because when you see a player like Martinelli coming off the bench with his pace, it could cause problems for City, especially City, because they are lacking pace in their defense. That's why they have to start Kusanov this day. So it will be very interesting to see how that plays out. And on a final note, Victor, what are your predictions for this game?
Score-wise, I'm expecting a score draw, 1-1 or 2-2. I'm going with 2-2 because, wishful thinking just to see more goals.
Yeah, Max, your prediction?
I'll probably go with 1-2 in favor of Man City.
Yeah, I'm doing the opposite, 2-1 in favor of Arsenal.
We're nice and split then.
Yeah, 2-1. There's a draw, there's a City win, and there's an Arsenal win. We will be here to see after the game.
Put a line on over 2.5, however it goes.
Yeah, true that. So we'll be here to see who got the right call in our recap video. But yeah, there you have it. Those are our thoughts. Arsenal versus Manchester City. It promises to be an exciting one at the Emirates. We've asked some key questions. Will this fixture have an impact on the title race? Gyökeres versus Haaland. Who is more likely to get a goal, and who are the favorites going into this game? We'll ask our viewers to join us in the conversation and tell us what you think ahead of this big game.